Okay, last artwork for the day, I promise. This is, let me move. There we go. Peter Bruegel the Elder's Hunters in the Snow. It also is referred to as Return of the Hunters. Same painting, two different titles. Now, right away you might be like, the Elder? What do you mean? This is a common way of defining father and sons who are painters. So Peter Bruegel the Elder had a son named Peter Bruegel, who also became a painter, and his son is referred to as Peter Bruegel the Younger. So here we are with Peter Bruegel the Elder. And this painting here, Hunters in the Snow, we see this gorgeous snow landscape. We see a village that rolls down this hillside and a river that following the river, it goes past a few more villages before it goes off into the distance. Wow. Now, this painting is perhaps from a series of works that were depicting the seasons or the changing of the seasons. This type of theme is very common and very traditional. So we think this might have been the winter in a series that would have included summer, early fall, late fall, maybe early winter, late winter, early spring, late spring, who knows? But what we see here is definitely winter. We see a very, very cold, icy scene. Now, we have our hunters, and they're hunting dogs, and they seem to be plodding through this snow. You can almost hear the crunch, crunch, crunch as they walk down this hill. They have very meager kill. Look at this, very thin body of a corpse hanging from his stick there. This hunt, it doesn't seem to have been very good. The dogs are tired, the men are tired, with meager results. As they pass by, we look beyond and we see a house that is under disrepair. Sign of maybe this was a shop. And here is a giant bonfire. These people, what are they burning? Are they breaking up furniture to make a fire? What is going on? Why are we so desperate that we need to break up our furniture for a fire? As we follow the village, or follow the roof line down, we follow these trees down, 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 follow that hillside. Here we come across more of the village. This is the river, but you see, it's been frozen solid. It's cold. We see people doing some ice activities, roller skating, ice skating around, maybe playing some ball. Ooh, look at it. Looks like they're playing, oh gosh, what is that called? Where they throw those heavy weights. It's part of the Winter Olympics. Ugh, it seems so far away now. If we go up this way, we see a tree-lined road that probably goes to the center of town, right? There's the church. We follow this road, we follow the river up and around into the distance. There's another village over there. Wow. Intense details, right? Well, I told you that's what's characteristic of the Renaissance in the North. They love to have all these details. You know what's not happening here? There's no images of the Virgin Mary, there's no saints, there's no miracles. Instead, this is just everyday life of everyday people going about their everyday business. This is a genre scene. Your vocabulary word, genre scene. A genre scene is a painting realistically depicting scenes from everyday life. That's what we're seeing here. There's nothing sacred about this scene. It's just people going about their day, real people in a real setting. And it's really, really cold. Now, I said that this scene is cold, but let's look at the colors here. Even the color palette that he uses, these icy blues and grays. Look at that fire. A hot, big, giant bonfire. It should feel warm, and yet it doesn't. Most of us here in California, we're pretty spoiled. We are used to temperate weathers. Not a lot of us have, experienced this kind of harsh, long, dead winter, but that is exactly what he is capturing in this moment. Now, as I said, it's one of a series of paintings depicting the seasons. We do have a few that we think were part of that series, and they are showing different scenes from everyday life in various warmer or wetter conditions. There's our Dürer there. When we look at this piece, I like this because it shows you its scale. When we look at this piece, we're supposed to be contemplating this incredible cold, this incredible stillness. We're supposed to be feeling the sense of its weather. Now, I can't have us all go out into the dead of cold winter in Northern Europe. Best I can do is give you this image here. This is a countryside in Northern Europe, and we see the snow-covered hills and this blue stillness. I say blue because, look, even the shadows are ice blue. When we contemplate Bruegel, we're supposed to be contemplating this turn of the seasons, the ebb and flow of life and death, the challenges and the difficulties and the rewards of our plight. I also appreciate this, and many do, because of his composition. Notice how you walk through this scene? It's called Hunters in the Snow, and they are the closest to us, and they're moving away from us. Our eye instinctively follows their path down this hill. Look at the verticals of these trees. They echo our eye as it plods down the hill. And as we fall down the hill, look, we have more verticals. And then we have these little dots of people. And our eye will travel down to those verticals and then up those dots. And then look, more of those verticals. And it leads us down and away and through the painting. It's a very beautiful, very subtle composition. Look at the vertical lines of those icicles, people going off into that far distance, and here's another village. Like I said, it's meant to be contemplative, to feel the cold and understand it as part of a larger circle of life, a circle of seasons. It's beautiful. All right, that is it for this week, I promise. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this very long, very dense lecture, and I'll see you next week. Bye.